In recent months, change has come to all of us, including to our staff at Canyon Ridge. In days ahead, you will hear about changes for several of our staff members. Today, I want to describe 3 factors in the lives of our staff and church that contribute to these changes. First, change always creates the context for more change. When things change in our lives, especially as many as have changed recently, we naturally ask, well, what else should change? Some of our staff have been asking exactly that question. The space created to rethink what God is up to in our staff have led some of them to decide it's time for a change. Second, economic realities now and in future months require thoughtful planning. In March, when we stopped gathering at campuses, the leadership of our church chose to continue paying all of our staff their full income, regardless of their ability to fulfill all of their normal responsibilities. It was important that people had financial peace through a really difficult adjustment. Well, as the pandemic continued, it became important to plan for the economic changes that the people of our church would experience, knowing that our overall giving would likely decrease. Initially, we applied for and received the forgivable loan for payroll protection under the CARES Act that was passed. We were able to pay all of our staff in full through the end of June. Well, that time has come to an end, and we are faced with choices about how to shape our staff for months to come. Our elder team, operations team, and staff came to the conclusion that our wisest action is to plan for a budget that is 20% lower than the previous year. We knew this would have an impact on our staff. Which brings us to the third factor, the need for a streamlined but still strategic staff structure. God has still called us all to join Jesus to bring life to everyone, everywhere, every day. We have a calling to our city and to our faces and places. God has things to do in each of us and in all of us together, and while we may need to do this with less staff and resources, we serve a God who can do just that. All of this together means you're going to hear about people leaving our staff. Some who have decided that it's time for a change, and some who are in roles that are no longer needed in the same way as they were before the pandemic. These are tough times. The investment of these people has made an eternal impact, a personal impact on many of us and the people of Canyon Ridge and Las Vegas. You may hear about these through email, about specific staff members with whom you have worked. Updates on how we're navigating this season will be posted regularly at canyonridge.org/movingforward. And of course, if you have questions, you can always email us at info@canyonridge.org. These are challenging days, but even when we don't see it, we know that God is always up to something in each of us, in all of us. So let's be sure, as a church, to encourage and thank and honor our staff, those leaving their role and those continuing to serve. And let's count on God to carry all of us into what He has in mind next.